In 1876 in Kentucky, it started raining meat. And to this day, the explanation for what actually happened that day has been heavily debated. So the story takes us to a small town in Kentucky known as Bath in 1876. And that was when a woman was outside and she was making some soap when strange things started falling from the sky. She quickly called out to her husband, who came out and saw the exact same thing. And he would later go on to describe it as small pieces of meat appearing to be kind of like snowflakes. He estimated the size of most of these pieces of meat were about 5 by 5 centimeters, although some of them were a little bit bigger, up to 10 centimeters. The next day, multiple people started to come to the town to observe what had happened, and two men even decided to taste the meat for themselves to see what it was. And based on what they were tasting, they thought that the meat could have been venison. But obviously, that still didn't explain why meat was falling from the sky. As more and more people came to the town and started examining what had fallen from the sky, different theories started to emerge. And one of those theories was this thing called here. It's a form of gelatinous bacteria. It has multiple nicknames, including witch's butter. And basically, it swells up and falls from the sky when it starts to rain. However, there was one main problem with this theory, and that was the weather that day. There was no rain, it just started falling meat. Then another interesting theory came forward, and it had to do with vultures. Because the meat had fallen in such small pieces, there was a theory that came forward saying that this could have been some sort of regurgitated vomit from vultures. Vultures were known to be in the area, so this theory wasn't too far-fetched. However, they were never able to definitely prove that this is exactly what had happened. When some of the samples were later tested, some very interesting results came forward, and that was that some of the pieces of meat were actually from cartilage, which ended up backing up the vulture vomit theory, but they still were not able to prove this 100%. And to this day, whatever fell from the sky that day has still remained a huge mystery, with many people even claiming that this had something to do with UFOs. But like always, let me know what you guys think.